Welcome to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. And I'm really pleased today as we're going to be going over the holidays and, what transpires and what happens and how do we deal with things. And we're very fortunate to have Carla Hoover here from the county. She's with the Community Health Education and Yavapai County Community Health Services. And so you're the Community Health Education Department.
Yes.
And then you're the program manager for that department. And we're very fortunate as we are going to be looking into Looking Good Cottonwood a little bit more because it's December, folks. And this is one of the things we always look at in Cottonwood, Arizona. We've been we've been really blessed by having Looking Good Cottonwood as one of our program formats with the city and the Recreation Center. And what we provide is services to our community. And it's really kind of it's a wonderful thing because we have the county involved. We have VVMC, Verde Valley Medical Center, that's involved, Northern Arizona Health, and then also County Bank. And it's kind of fun to have everybody join together because we all know that this time of the year really affects us as we start looking at our programming starting up in January. But Trevor Faust is also with us today, and he's our one of our fitness floor supervisors. Actually, you are the fitness floor supervisor, and you wish there was another one of you. I know that for sure. But we're going to be going over again also some of the things that go alongside with Looking Good Cottonwood and when it starts up, how to prepare for things, and the same thing with Christmas. How do we prepare for Christmas? The New Year's, the holidays, and I'm telling you, if you haven't started like me, I don't even have lights up at my house yet. I don't have the Christmas tree up. Ryan Nichols and I were just talking about that. He just got them up yesterday, so he's well ahead of me. But again, I'm a little bit stressed about that. And so with stress, we have problems, and it affects our health. And we're going to be going over that specifically with Carla. And Carla, I know you've got a program with Inside Cottonwood, and I would ask everybody if you have the opportunity to go online, look up Looking Good Cottonwood for the purposes of getting the schedules, the format, etc. Find out when Carla is speaking because she's going to be talking about stress management and stress, how it affects our lives. And we're going to be going into that a little bit more as well, along with Looking Good Cottonwood. Now, I know that Looking Good Cottonwood was the brainchild of Heather Klomparens, and Heather actually is working with the county and working directly with Carla, and so it's also a privilege and it's great to have her close by, and we can also count on her to be doing a program format for us for teaching, I think, some things for Looking Good as well. Mm-hmm. But it's great to have her. She'll be doing nutrition presentations for our program as well. Yep. So the program has grown immensely with Trevor overseeing the healthy lifestyle program that we actually implement. And many of us need assistance to stay on course. And that's one of the things I found out as I'm getting older. I need that assistance. It's one of those things where I have to have that. Thank goodness for my wife, because she helped me there. I'd like to just start off things with Trevor. And Trevor, I want to ask you some questions about Looking Good Cottonwood. Of course. And what is Looking Good Cottonwood?
Looking Good Cottonwood is really more of we've been trying to kind of change it from a competition to more of a health education program, kind of the lifestyle change and how you go about your daily life. And it's really kind of come down to, I'm trying to lay it out like your step-by-step nutrition training program. And what I really want to try to do is get people to look at things from a different perspective, versus what is the norm.
What's traditional, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I want to look at sustainability over anything else. If you can have the best diet program in the world or the best exercise program in the world, but if it's not sustainable, it's not going to work. And that's going to be stressful, and you're going to have a lot more ups and downs, and maybe even failure. And so, sustainability is the key to success.
So in talking about that, when you talk about sustainability, that means like, if I basically sign up for Looking Good Cottonwood, I do the program for a 4-month period of time, and then I'm done, and I'm like, oh man, I'm going to go out and I'm going to splurge, I'm going to eat really big, and so you do that, and then you find yourself back into that loop again.
Right.
So sustainability is basically how do you sustain health, fitness, as a lifestyle. Then is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it going.
One shoe doesn't fit every person.
Right.
I mean, and you have to have an individual approach to exercise and nutrition to make it sustainable.
Okay. Well, now, so is Looking Good Cottonwood, is it a competition?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We still have that as part of our program, and we think it's a very valuable aspect of the program because it helps motivate a lot of people. Carla and I were talking about it the other day, and she said that it's not a big factor for her, but it is for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool to have.
It is. And I can appreciate that because I've gone through the program before. So what kind of cash prizes are we talking about here?
Well, we actually have 3 different categories. We have male, female, and team categories. And each category can win $1,000 for first place prize. And second place is $500, and then third place is $200. So it's pretty neat to have those incentives.
So incorporating the team aspect was one of those things that really helped out and assisted in kind of an alternate way as well, because then you could actually have team and teamwork and working together and have that support.
Absolutely. What we found is with the team introduction to the Looking Good Cottonwood program, there was a lot more success, and we found that the people who actually won the individual categories in the male and female, they actually were from some of the most successful teams. So we found that it really helps you stay accountable because you're with a team and they're supporting you. You have like-minded goals, so it just kind of flows very well.
How many people do you need on your team?
You need 5 people on your team to qualify for
Okay.
the team category.
All right.
Yeah.
So 5 of those individuals and 4 of them are your support people. That's
Yeah.
good. So how much does this cost? How much does the program cost?
Actually teams are free this year. Before we charged an additional $5, and we figured that it was too much of a hassle, and we're like, hey, this is a great aspect of the program. Why not give it to people for free and hopefully encourage more people to be successful.
So so what are the goals for this year that you got?
One of my goals was to basically, I just want people to be inspired and to incorporate sustainability. And a lot of that is just being more active in general. Some things that I've learned over the last couple of years is there are a lot of diets and exercise programs out there. And if you look at them all, they have, there are variances between diets and programs here and there, but they're fundamentally, generally speaking, there's similar aspects from those programs. If we look at some of them, they're like, a few of them are drink more water, eat more protein, eat more vegetables, take 3 to 5 grams of fish oil a day, those kind of things. And what we're here to do for Looking Good Cottonwood is to chase progress and not perfection. And that's really, I think, what my goals are for the program this year is to get people to chase progress and not worry so much about the little details like supplementation and all that kind of stuff. Just focus on eating whole foods and
That's good advice.
And incorporate some of those 5 lessons, like drink more water and eat more green vegetables. So
That's true.
And make it a lifestyle change.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Not
It
just
is
a 4-month change,
Yeah.
but you do these things for your life.
Consistently for your life.
And
making those
maybe
changes.
1 or 2 at a time, not all 5 at
Right,
once. You
right.
might overwhelm yourself.
You do sometimes. You
exactly,
really do.
yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break here real quick. So we'll be right back here in just a moment. In our second segment, we'll be talking with Carla Hoover and her commitment also to the community because Yavapai County is really, they're incredible in what they do. So we'll be right back here. I'm your host today for Inside Cottonwood, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Hello again, and welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, and with the City of Cottonwood. With me for the second segment is Carla Hoover, and she is with Yavapai County. And Carla, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, we do community health education programs. I'm a health education coordinator, which means I'm helping get everything out there in the community that we can. We offer programs from preschool right up through older adults. We do physical activity, nutrition, healthy relationships. We also do a weekly hiking group that's
great.
free and open to anybody, which we'll talk about when we talk about stress.
All right.
And then we also have chronic disease self-management programs for older adults and pain management programs that they're free. So all of these programs are free. And then we also do tobacco prevention and cessation.
Right. That's quite a hefty amount of things that are getting done.
And a lot of age variance.
So it's just, it really impacts everybody within the community.
Yes.
And it's just fantastic.
Yes.
You know, what you guys do. So I hear that Yavapai County is participating in the community health screening. Is that correct?
So the rec center, the City of Cottonwood, and NAH and the county, as well as some other community organizations get together, but we will be offering HIV testing, hepatitis C testing, dental screening, hearing testing, and adult immunizations.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, and that's in addition to the program that NAH is offering, which is the blood work for cholesterol and diabetes checks and high blood pressure checks.
Wow.
So it's a great program.
Yeah, so if
And we're going to be doing it on the first day, right?
Yeah, we're actually going to be doing that on January 11th.
Wow.
And the start times for that wellness screening is from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we're going to be there all day. And then the Looking Good Cottonwood weigh-ins are going to be just coincide with that, so 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So
that's fantastic. So I mean, just working together, it's really kind of neat. It's kind of works as a symbiotic relationship with everybody working together. It's really kind of cool. Yeah. Carla, you've been involved with LGC in the past, correct?
Yes.
And so if to what capacity is that?
I have been a participant. I have been a team captain. I've been a presenter.
That's great. So
And
every aspect.
I try and come back because what it does for me personally is it gives me that motivation to get through the holidays, but to start something new. And it is my lifestyle, but everybody needs that little boost once in a while to get them back into it. So,
and it's like Trevor was indicating, everybody's different.
Right.
So we do it at a different, I guess, means, method, and mode, you know, as we move forward. So now, Carla, is it, it's that time of the year when everybody is a bit stressed, and we've talked about, you know, here we are, we're with stress, and you know, and you're already affected by it right now, and there's no way to get around it because you're going to have it. Because again, we were just talking as the holidays are upon us, and it's going to impact your life no matter what you do. So, how can exercise and nutrition reduce stress?
Exercise and nutrition are a big piece of that. In that, you're right, everybody has stress of different levels. When we need to learn to manage it. So being physically active, whether it's indoors and incorporating a workout, or outdoors and hiking, yoga classes, whatever it is for you, that will help your blood pressure, it will help your moods, it will help your sleep, all of those different things that it just helps people feel better. And nutrition is vital because we have a tendency to reach for more coffee, more sugar, more alcohol. We're doing our holiday parties, and you know, those things are totally against that stress reduction that we're working for.
That's right.
So we need to figure out how to incorporate those and be aware of it. I mean, if you're aware of it and aware that you're going to reach for that extra cookie when you're stressed, you're less likely to do it.
Right. So now we were talking about supporting programs. Why is supporting programs like this so important to you in Yavapai County?
What we found as a county is if we work with our community partners, what it does is it extends our reach, the networking that we do with the other community organizations, and we're working towards the same thing. So for Trevor and I to work together, it expands the reach that we have. We can reach more people, we can offer more programs, we can make our resources work.
Yes. Well, that is very valuable within a community. Community is definitely, it's a coexisting thing together, and we have to strive for that, working together. So have you've participated in the contest? Now, do you find time to balance? How do you find time to balance work, family, and exercise?
Oh, I work at it just like everybody else does.
I try to figure that out as well.
Yeah, no, one of the things that I have found, I mean, besides, I have the usual, if I'm working at my desk for too long, I get up and I go out and take a walk around the building, or, try and get away from the computer for a few minutes.
Right.
But I'm also trying to incorporate what I call my hooky day, one day a month that's just for me, and I can take off and go hiking, go with friends, go by myself, whatever.
That's great.
But that hiking is one of my stress reducers, and I know it, and I don't get enough of it.
Right.
So I'm trying to make that extra time for myself. But I think everybody has trouble balancing it.
I think we do.
Absolutely.
And just, even trying to get out and walk, each evening. I mean, it really does. I mean, it's great for me because if I get out and I know that if I walk for about 40 minutes each evening, it's one of those things where, like you said, it just calms me down, and it also helps me to rest and sleep.
Right.
And it's just really incredible. So and they're so easy to do. Just get up from your desk, like you said, walk around for, 15, 20 minutes and then go back to your desk or whatever. But, hiking is just an incredible opportunity, especially around this area.
Right.
It's great. Now, can you give our listeners any tips on how to stay stress-free?
How to stay, no.
No.
I can tell you how to reduce your stress, perhaps, but nobody is stress-free.
That's right.
Especially this time of year, but nobody's stress-free.
That's it.
So it's learning to manage our stress. So again, physical activity, whether it's a yoga class or a hiking group or working out at the rec center, whatever that is for them. And again, each person's different.
Yeah.
But finding what that is for them that will help reduce their stress, paying attention to what we're eating, learning to say no is a really good one this time of year, and not taking on extra responsibilities. If you know you're already stressed and somebody says, oh, I just need this, sometimes it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
But learning to say no to people is in a nice way.
That's a good point. I think it's the same thing as when there's extra food put at your plate. It's okay to say no. I'm not going to eat
full.
that. I'm not going to go
It's
anywhere beyond
recognizing
this.
those signals.
That's
No,
right.
I'm full. I've had enough. Thank you.
The parties can really happen, and in family, and all of a sudden there's the pies and everything else that come across,
But
and
I
you
made
got to just
this
say
pie
no.
special for you.
Yes, I know. Excuse me. So now, Carla, how does reducing stress improve health and wellness?
It can help reduce your blood pressure. Blood pressure. A lot of us deal with high blood pressure and know it, or some of us don't know it. But it helps us reduce our blood pressure. It affects our moods. It lowers anxiety levels. It can regulate blood sugars if you have diabetes. A lot of people, even if they're pre-diabetic, it can lower blood sugars enough that they don't need medications if they get a handle on it before. So it helps in so many different ways beyond stress.
Right. Yeah.
And I think I was telling you, they now can say 70% of our doctor's visits are a result of a stress-related,
Wow.
not necessarily disease, but issue.
It's an issue, right?
And so
with
we end up
stress.
in the doctor's office because we have backaches, because we have high blood pressure, because our blood sugars are out of control. Just all those different things that if we could pay attention, maybe we could help improve those.
Wow. Yeah, that's good advice all the way around. We're going to go ahead and take another break here, and we'll be going into our third segment and maybe asking a few questions back and forth with Carla and Trevor. And so thank you for joining us here, and we'll be back in just one moment. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, and I'm Community Services General Manager for the city.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey. She's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. I'm Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood, and we're discussing stress and stress management. Do you stay stress-free throughout the holidays? No, doesn't happen. So how to manage it, and so we're kind of going through those things, you know. And I think that Carla, I was going to just ask you is how do you think Looking Good Cottonwood can improve overall well-being for each individual?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good information. And one of the things I want to say is these presentations, we'd like people to join Looking Good Cottonwood, but I always put it out there to other people too. There are evening presentations that are available to others.
Right.
And you know, the screening too is available to others.
So,
but Looking Good Cottonwood, it's the motivation to get people out there.
That's
whether
right.
whether the motivation is the competition or the motivation is getting that push into a healthier year, whatever it is. But for me, it's the motivation, whether you're working it by yourself or as a team.
Yeah.
that social aspect
Yeah,
helps
very true.
motivate a lot of people through the program.
That's a good point. Now, Trevor, when is registration for Looking Good Cottonwood?
It was actually yesterday, December 1st, and we're accepting registrations right now. And we even have online registrations now this year, and you can go onto cottonwoodaz.gov to register for that.
That's on your screen right now too. So
yeah.
So now the program officially kicks off when?
We're actually kicking off January 11th. Is our first weigh-in.
And the community health screening at the rec center that same day?
Yes, it is.
It is, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good, because I thought I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
And then what time is the health screening?
The health screening is from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.
So it's really going to be an incredibly busy day.
It is.
So you need to get there, make sure you put it on your calendar, January 11th. And it's, again, if you've got things going on, just get here early in the morning at 7 a.m. at the rec center.
That's
and
right.
that works out really well.
Know your numbers, people.
There you go. Thanks, Trevor.
Yeah.
Now I hear that. So how long has Looking Good program been, how long is it total?
We've been running Looking Good Cottonwood for 5 years now.
Okay.
And I myself have been doing it for 3 years. This will be my 3rd year.
And the program itself lasts approximately 12 weeks then?
That's right. Yeah, 12
Okay.
weeks. It's a little longer than that, but we call it a 12-week program.
All right, so it kind of winds down at 12 weeks then.
Yeah.
But now how much are registration fees?
It's actually 15 for members, for Cottonwood Recreation Center members, and then 35 for non-members. And I wanted to clarify that when I said team categories the team category is free, it's not free per se. It's just there's no additional cost this year. So you have to sign up for the registration
So there's individual fees.
for the individual, and then if you have a team of 5, then you can qualify for the team category.
Okay, so talk about a little bit about the materials and support that the program offers.
You know, we actually offer a lot. We kind of talked a little bit about that. From really, I think really Looking Good Cottonwood has really become more like of an health and wellness information hub, and we offer materials like there's called the LGC Blueprint, which is just kind of a guide or a blueprint, if you will, for people to kind of follow. It's a guideline. There's a lot of information in there, and it's kind of like what Carla's saying. You know, we want to be as stress-free as possible. So you don't want to take on too much. It's really, the information is there for you to learn, and you can kind of assimilate it, digest it how you will, and you want to take what works for you.
That's what I was going to say.
And then implement it into your lifestyle for long-term success.
And that's that lifestyle all the way
Yeah.
through.
So we also have 2 free group exercise classes a week for participants, and then there's the free seminar or presentations for the community come to every Tuesday from 5:30 to 6:30 for the first. I think it's 8 weeks for the first 8 weeks, and then after that, we do the LGC workshops with me, and then we go over question and answer, and that's where people can really kind of hone in on their individual questions in a group setting. So it's kind of motivational in a way, because you'd be surprised. You come to these, you may not have a lot of questions, but then people start asking questions, and it just starts turning the wheel, and you're like, oh, I had that question too. I was struggling with, in my fitness endeavors as well. So it's really cool to see that, and we do those every other Thursday from 5:30 to 6:30.
So the initial weigh-in is also on January 11th then?
Correct, yes.
Okay. And when does the contest actually end? So it's, what, April 12th?
It is.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what are the categories that prize awards are given?
So we discussed that a little earlier. The categories are male category, and then female category, and then your teen category.
Okay.
And the prizes are awarded, the cash prizes are awarded based off of the most weight loss percentage throughout the entirety of the program. So at the end, we go through those the calculations, and we figure all that out. So.
Okay, so now tell everybody a little bit about the sponsors, because they really are a big help, and we couldn't do this program at all without them.
Not at all. I mean, our primary sponsor is Northern Arizona Healthcare, and they've been with us from the beginning. So since 2011, when we first launched the program, they've been there supporting us, and it's kind of like what Carla was saying. We're a community, and the program is very community driven. And these community health organizations, we're trying to network, get together, so we can really provide something special to the community, so we can have a more vibrant community that's full of health, wellness, and happiness. I mean, really, because that's really what helps people be successful in life. So
yeah, and I think that again,
it's really neat.
Yeah, when we talk about this time of the year and the holidays and stress, it really does impact us because there's no way you can get around it. But again, how do you deal with it? How do you manage it? And those are the things. And if you've got questions about that, you can go in and contact Carla. You can go in and talk to Heather. You can talk to Trevor. Things of that nature as to, okay, what can we, especially during this time frame of looking at Cottonwood.
Yeah.
Because if you've got questions, those are the times and the periods to actually ask those questions. And and your doctor is also there and available, and they can definitely talk to you as well about the same aspects of how stress affects you, because my doctor has definitely told me how stress affects me. And so whether it's getting off the coffee or not drinking near as much, as well as making sure that you identify schedules throughout the day, try to make sure that you plan appropriately, things of that nature, because these things are going to definitely affect you. And so we just want you to know that we're here as well, and the program is here to help you manage. And so Inside Cottonwood is an incredible opportunity for each and every one of you here in the Verde Valley. And so you might want to take advantage of it this year. So don't make it a workout. Just a workout, make it a lifestyle. And that's something that we really try to, press to individuals and communicate to individuals across, different spectrums of life. So thank you for joining us today. Thank you for, always being there with us. And we hope that we've been able to present something new to you today. And again, we're just going to close out the program, and thank you very much for being with us. And I hope you have a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the city.